Hello!
Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome to the debut edition of Supernatural Talk. The first part of the show will air at 8 and stop at 9:29. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry, Jeremy.
I jumped out of my skin.
I thought I had it all the way to that was my It's a new tool I got, guys. It's a old-fashioned tape recorder. I thought I had it played, right from the beginning, and somehow I accidentally left it in the middle of it.
So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, tells you anything can happen on a live show.
Yeah.
You didn't do too bad, Jeremy.
Episode.
You're muted, Nick.
Well, it's worth a shot, but holy cow!
That last clip you played where Nick had that recorder, that was the night I went to the hospital.
That's
after the show.
Right.
Where I had blood clots in my lungs, that was the night I went to the hospital.
Wow. I couldn't remember which night that was.
Nick, you were talking about you weren't scared anymore because, guys, we did not see this before.
I
was looking at all my hairstyle changes.
I was enjoying just rocking out on that music, and man, was having fun until that showed up.
Let's count how many of those episodes I was eating in. Or I changed to him.
Yeah.
I was surprised he didn't put more eating photos in.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It is 6:00 here when this show starts, and yep, I have no shame in my game. I ain't fat for no reason.
Happy Cinecast.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I don't remember my hair. Was my hair like that? Oh, was my hair like that?
Now, you know what? I'm about to cut bangs again because that looked better. I think that's what I'm going to do.
It's amazing.
I got like the really, really dark brown.
After 100 episodes.
What's that?
Now you can see the silver. It glows.
It's amazing how much people can change after 100 episodes.
Well, Ailita hasn't changed that much other than the hairstyle. She's still 24.
But Nick, I was telling Jeremy, the past month I have lost 10 pounds and 3 inches.
3 inches.
That's a big deal.
Wow.
I've lost my hair. That's what I've lost in the last month.
Well, that's all because of that.
Out.
Well, I've lost more. I've lost more than 100 times my. Yeah, I've lost more than anything else. My ever having an interest of cockroaches.
I didn't know you ever had an interest.
No, I never did. I just hate them even more now. What, turning 18 this year.
I just watched a Taiwanese.
Are you sure it's not old Chris?
Some kind of video from Taiwan where this guy took his woman back, and she had never really lived there. But they had we would have taco wagons or whatever, food trucks. They had this thing out on the street, and you had your choice of grasshoppers, cockroaches, silkworms, and something else. I don't even know what the other was, but the lady goes, I guess the silkworms. And she picked it up and she goes, "It's got hair on it."
Oh, gross.
She put it down. She's like, "No."
See, now I've only eat the
I'll take the grasshoppers.
What was it? I've had grasshopper and I've had mealworms at the Insectarium in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
It'll taste like
mealworms have nothing in them.
And I'll be going down there in that area next year, and I'd be scared to death to go into one of those places.
Jeremy, like I always say for everyone that goes, is that if you happen to go down there and see one of those things,
make sure that you see Marie Laveau's tomb, which
Yeah.
now you have to have a guided tour. They don't let just anybody there anymore.
Well, I'm only going to be going to Baton Rouge. I'm not planning on going to New Orleans, but Baton Rouge is, an hour away?
Run!
Then if you're just going to do that, get a gree bag.
Yeah, I'll just have to wait and see what's going on at that time.
Now, when are you going?
3rd week of March.
Okay. Because you should. Are you driving?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Is that the one that you're supposed to be driving straight through here? And I said, don't
Yes.
stop in Jackson. Hey,
Yep.
babe. You know what Jeremy did not put in the video?
The cat.
What?
All the pet segments.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like when the cat got scared of hearing Robert the doll.
I know there's. Okay, so I only had a very limited amount of time.
And we've done a lot of stupid shit.
I only came
Speaking
up
of,
Oh,
okay, move
Oh,
now.
I'm going to try to put you on solo layout.
There
My
he
two
is.
are sitting here looking at me like, what?
Wait, hey, say hey. Say hey.
I hear a dog getting loving.
Say hey.
he's got
He's
quite
taking off
the,
now.
he's got quite the smile on his face.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, but
So it was just a week ago when I thought about doing this, and I thought, okay, I have X amount of time. I have 99 videos to go through.
Yeah.
And here's the kicker. I was going through these videos trying to find spots when we had a guest that the guest is speaking and there are no comments showing up on the thing.
Yeah.
That was a chore.
We're lucky. Our audience interacts. We're
very
lucky.
active.
They do.
People ask us all the time, well, what's the subject? I'm like, whatever the audience wants, pretty much.
Wherever we take it.
A lot of
the way.
times the audience does dictate where topics go.
Some of them not.
Chris-
so good.
Chris never does.
And bullshit.
Oh no, not
You
at all,
just
Chris.
did.
He just
You just
did.
did. We went after you.
Yeah, so let's talk about all the wonderful things that Chris Binder never does.
His Facebook user.
Yeah, who is this Facebook user?
I don't know.
Let's see here. I got to make sure I find the right group.
I don't know how you do that because I can't do it.
I've done it a few times.
All the
The
chat.
advantages of having multiple screens. Oh, that is Joshua.
Well, I have two.
Josh.
How many more you need?
I got multiple screens at work. I don't want multiple screens at home.
Joshua, so how is the dog? I did my part. What's going on with the baby?
Found
Get
that.
out of the toilet.
Oh, jeez. Found that video for yeah. Chris found that other video of me being jump scared, as well as you, Adrian.
Oh, gee. Thanks.
You know, I wish I had video of us losing Nick in the sub basement.
Right?
That memory's never gonna go away. That's never gonna stop being talked about.
To be fair, there is nothing about that week that we can never forget.
Chris, send me that video. I want to see it.
That weekend brought us all right here.
Oh,
100 episodes later.
Thursday the 24th. That's awesome. That is awesome.
And that is the day that I will be flying to Washington.
wow.
Take your sage. Washington is cursed right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna. If I can wing it, I'm taking Lucy with me.
Yeah, Lucy would. She'll provide you. She'll protect you.
Yeah. I'm going to try to take Lucy with me now. This weekend, I'm going to be taking my backpack over to Dad's house, and we're going to try to pack everything in there, make sure we can get it all in there. He's got a little, like, tiny little suitcase type thing, and
You know the trick. Roll your clothes.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
And roll like stuff inside your clothes. Like if you have your outfit, roll them together.
Yeah, I actually never thought about doing that. Wouldn't be a bad idea putting our medicines in there in between the clothes.
Might hide a little bit to keep it from being searched too. Not sure.
Oh, no,
I haven't
they
talked to
encourage us to take our medicines with us. Because we're going to be gone all day, and there's no guarantee that we're going to be coming back that night, even though it's scheduled to fly out of Washington at 8. There might be something that grounds the plane, and we can't fly back out until the morning.
Yeah.
So they've encouraged us to take 2 days worth of prescriptions, an extra change of clothes, snacks, stuff like that.
How many days are you guys going to be there total again?
Just one.
Just one. Okay.
Yeah, got to be at the air base at 5 a.m, and then we'll be flying back into Fort Wayne roughly 9:30.
Okay.
That's going to be a long day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like it.
And how long's the flight? Is 2-hour flight or so, or
1 hour,
1 hour? Okay.
which is not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing the changing of the guard first thing in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, we're going to see that first thing. We're going to be going to, let's see, we're going to be going to Arlington Cemetery, Lincoln Memorial. We're going to be going to the Korean Memorial, Vietnam, the Vietnam Wall. There's like 8 or 9 different places they're going to be taking us to.
Wow.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
You don't smell good.
it is.
Chris is saying I take 13 separate medications. Oh wait, he takes up 13. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Thought it was a suggestion.
That's
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's about how much Dad takes. I only take 2, but Dad takes about that much. Then he just got a prescription today. Actually, his arm is real swollen for some reason.
Oh really?
Yeah, he. I told him to go to the ER, and he actually did. Because it just started up yesterday. At first, he thought it was just a sunburn, and then all of a sudden, his arm just swelled up. And
Oh boy.
and normally he would wait a few days to try to let it go down. And I told him, with this flight coming in less than a week, you probably better just be well off going to the ER and seeing what they can find out. And so far, they can't find any logical reason why his arm is swelled up.
Jeez.
He does not have any blood clots, which is a damn good thing. But you see, from what he says and from what it shows on the paper, they've ruled everything they can possibly rule out.
They give him Lasix.
No, he was on that at one time. No, they gave him amoxicillin.
So they think he has an infection.
They don't know what it is.
That's really bizarre. And how long has he had it for now?
It just swelled up on him yesterday.
Oh, just yesterday. Okay.
So I told him, just go to the ER. He had a luncheon today for the on flight. All the veterans and the guardians were able to go. I chose not to go. So he went, and I told him, you get done with the luncheon, just go straight to the VA.
Josh said he had something similar, but it was a massive boil on his left elbow.
Lancet, you're good.
No boil.
Lancet,
He
put dirt on it.
He is on a water pill, but I don't. He used to be on Lasix, but he is on a different water pill now.
Does it make him go to the bathroom a lot? Because Lasix apparently does.
Yes, it does. So do water pills. They're about the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See
if
y'all
you
over my
would
head.
have to
I'm,
drink
I'm
water,
just
too.
riding along this one.
Josh says he uses Epsom salt to draw it out. It's painful though, which I mean it's a type of salt.
Alexa, stop. I don't
We're
know
going-
who
Nah,
set this
mine
motherfucker
didn't
for this
listen to
time of
you.
night.
Where's Brad when
Mine
you need
didn't
him?
listen.
Yeah, I always say that.
We haven't seen Brad in a while.
Where the hell is that guy?
Probably like me, working too many hours.
Yeah, I think he is.
He does work a lot of hours. He's also been tending to Kelly too.
Yeah.
She broke her foot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did.
Yeah.
Chris, I am not going to do that. I'm not. That's what Brad does, not me.
No, he will be in double trouble because I've got two of them right here. One's that way. One's that way.
Make that. Okay, well, wait a second. If you got two of them and Adrian's got one, make that triple trouble then.
Pretty much.
I don't know. It wants to tell me the weather for tonight, and we know it's snowing here.
Eileen, I
It's
gotta ask.
rainy here. It's going to be.
I
It's
gotta ask.
snowing here and 72 on Sunday. Bullshit.
Eileen, I gotta ask you something because I just noticed something in your background. Is that a Jack Skellington and Sally painting behind you?
Yeah, I painted that.
You
Yeah,
showed
I
that
painted that.
before.
Yeah,
I guess
you
I-
painted it.
I don't know why. I couldn't remember that.
You may not have been on
Yeah, I
that
painted
night.
that.
I don't think
years ago.
maybe I wasn't. I guess I wasn't on that one. That's awesome.
I
The
showed
way you're
you
laying, that shirt
specifically.
just goes right over your boobs and looks like you have a string around your boobs.
I gotta make him look bigger.
Jeremy covering his face and Nick sitting there laughing. You all know you saw the same damn thing, just weren't saying it.
Actually, no, I didn't until you said something.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then when you said, I was like, "Oh shit!"
It's a ribbon.
Yeah, it looked like
It's a
string.
heart.
Oh, it is a heart. Oh, it's two hearts.
You didn't
Now,
see
what I wanted to do,
It's actually,
what I
that's actually my cleavage. They're that big.
what I wanted to do, if I had the time, meaning I would have had to go through all of these videos, is I wanted to cut out all of the boobies clips.
That would be
I
red as
did it.
Adrian's shirt if he was in color.
I told you that's why he stays that way. Him and the movies are like, no, he's no.
About 30 seconds of that.
There you go, Jill.
Shirt designs are done by Matt, I bet.
They are. They definitely are.
Yeah.
But it does kind of look like a bikini, and then that would be like the cleavage. So hold on.
It looks like you got ribbon wrapped around them, holding them up there.
This is not G-rated.
No.
Well, it's trip.
Anybody
It's
that watches this show knows it's not.
quadruple X.
Trying to get comfortable.
Oh no, we ain't gone there yet.
I'm trying to get comfortable.
Need to draw a line right there. What I don't know what Chris is talking about,
Like,
and I'm not going to go
right in the
there.
middle.
Right
Draw a
there.
line right in the middle. I know what he's talking about.
But Jill has said it best.
Yeah.
I'm sure some very much are.
Okay. Hey, yes. Excuse me for a couple minutes.
No, no excuses.
Jill. Yeah, I like the t-shirts with the perfect bikini bottom. I'd probably wear them. Well, she's in California. Of course, they would wear that kind of shirts.
I lived in Oklahoma on the lake, and we used to go. Now, mind you, before I even say this, I did have the perfect body at one time. I used to go into Walmart in a bikini. No, everybody did. Nobody gave two shits about it because it was on the lake.
Jill told me the same thing too when I was on the phone with her.
Yeah,
Yeah, over in California they did.
you do, because if you're right there by the river, by the lake, by the ocean, that's just what you do. It doesn't matter. And honestly, nobody really even looks at you funny. Now, if I were to do it here in Colorado, we'd have a problem.
Well, I mean, you are near the mountains, so yeah.
And actually, right now the mountains, they said, I don't know if they are right now. I have not had a chance to look at the news, but
Or pajamas.
whiteout conditions at one point. Oh, pajamas is normal for everybody at
No,
Walmart.
read what he said. Oh, the above. Okay, I thought you were talking about his. I was like, no, read it.
My dad used to have a shirt
That's
that said all over it, but he didn't know because the letters were connected together. Oh,
wow. Sean wore it to church. My
Oh.
God.
well, it's not like those people have not heard that word before.
Okay then.
There's church stories I have that are even worse than that, and it's from the pastor. So, shit happens, literally.
I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to find something to show you. Hold on.
Chris,
You
did
know
you send me that video, dude? No,
No, he said he posted in the chat.
no,
Look,
you
I don't know if you
did
can see it.
not.
Hold on.
I don't see it.
Look.
No chat.
You want to talk about the body? Look, okay, that was me back in 2020. Where is it? Why is it not scrolling? It's supposed to scroll.
It was scrolling.
That was me when Logan was a baby. Hold on.
It keeps going back to the. It
There we
keeps
go.
going back.
Now
There we
it's
go.
right there. Yep.
I was tiny. Oh, here you go. See
Oh
if it
hell,
changed.
I was too, and
Shoot,
and
it
then
keeps changing.
shit happened. Well, 40s happened. That's what happened. Nick, I can't. Or Chris, I cannot get it from there. Nick, can you?
You know what? I think he sent it to me directly. So hold on. I'm going to see if I can try to send it to you.
You asshole! I told you to send it to me. What is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you?
It's been a long day for me today.
Me too.
Me 3.
You've had a long day for the last 3 months.
Yeah, I was going to say more like me 24.
Yeah, y'all know on my 24th birthday, I could not
Well, I could just play
barely
it.
move because my back was hurting.
Oh my gosh, Jill, that is
What?
hilarious.
Jill? Wait, what? Embarrassing moment in church was on leaving.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Okay, here's the question. Does anybody know the question I'm about to ask Jill? Were you commando?
Please say yes.
That would have made it even better.
Please say yes.
See, this was me in like 2012.
Oh, so that before you turned 24?
I was like 22. No.
Aw. It's so awful how much we've changed.
I know. It really made me want to go back and look. Hold on.
That's what I'm doing now, and I'm afraid I don't want to.
I don't. Okay, she said, I don't rightly remember. I must have because it was church.
That's my girl. I knew I liked her for some reason.
That's why my religion, you can go commando. It's okay to do that. As a matter of fact, it's okay not to have
I sure hope so.
You know, that's the way God made you.
We garden naked. It is just fine.
You know, all this talk about how much we've changed. I don't know how I'm still kind of almost the same after all these years.
You're not. You're not. If you go back and compare a picture from
You're
today
not.
and some of your other ones from Facebook, you're not.
You
Well-
just think you are because you saw the change. But if you really just go look at everything in comparison, you've changed.
Well, Chris keeps saying that I'm going to be turning 18 this year.
Yeah, you
you
still
might,
need to look
you might want to tell that to Chris, and now Chris is telling me that I'm only 22.
Well, and that's okay too. But now we're not saying your face has changed to where you have wrinkles or anything else.
Yeah, let's talk about those.
But our bodies change. Oh God.
Jill says, super embarrassing. I was so red for so long.
It didn't happen if you didn't capture it on video.
Well, who knows how long
If
ago
you
that
can't
was.
capture it on video, you got to send it to us.
Sang a song in church when I was little, saying in heaven there is no beer. That's why we had people try not
Right?
to laugh. That's what Sean said.
Right?
Aging isn't easy, but as long as you can, I'm not even going to say that. You can't.
Look, let's see.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, come on, Jill. She said even Chris is saying pics,
There you
or
go,
it didn't
Adrian.
happen.
Okay.
That was
Oh, I love that.
that 21.
And
That
that
was
one
prom,
was
wasn't
only
it?
like 2015. See how thin my face was?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And see, that's okay. Nick,
Yeah.
I'm about to send you these.
Oh, gee, should I be scared?
No,
Okay,
not yet.
not yet.
Okay, so this is why I'm not really, I have to say I'm not really too ashamed of how my face looks now, because I look so bad that I look like I was on drugs and was accused of being on drugs. And I have never been on drugs, ever, except for the weed gummies that are legal here. So, which I don't even do those anymore.
that's my favorite picture. Right
But
there.
okay, so I'm going to send you 3 of them, Nick. The first
Ah.
2, look how awful my face looks. I hate that. It looks like a skeleton.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but I have to agree with you on that.
Hey, hey,
And
buddy.
then that other
Oh.
one was long after my 3 kids. I was that way for a long time.
Wow.
Oh, hi,
Hey, buddy.
Sit down. Sit down.
puppy. Hey, sweetheart. How are you doing, baby girl?
Hey, Angelia.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hey, sweetheart. You got my shirt on. What are you doing?
Gentlemen, this is her second appearance on a podcast.
I was going to say,
See her on the first one.
I remember the first one.
I
It,
don't know.
it was on the 13th Dimension when we were doing an autism awareness episode.
Yep. I was on that one too. So I remember clear as day.
Yep, and I figure since we got the 100th episode tonight, might as well bring her out.
Exactly.
Her loves her daddy. I can tell you that. She loves her daddy.
You can tell.
Have that. She was reaching for my mouse.
Let's wait on that one just a little while, okay?
Yeah.
She
Say
is
hi.
fun. She's about to turn 19, right?
Next month,
Yeah.
Wow.
Close.
What
Yep.
day?
24th.
Gotcha.
Sit down. Sit down.
She says, I have had enough of sitting. I am done.
She must have had a very busy day today.
She spent pretty much all day with me today.
Oh, okay.
And she just kicked her shoes off. What- she was
Yes,
stepping
yes.
up.
Here you go, girl. Yes.
We don't like shoes on.
No. We're
She don't
rednecks.
need
We
her
don't
feet.
do that.
Shoes and bras. Those are the first things that come off.
That's right.
If she's sitting around for more than 30 seconds, shoes come off, socks come off.
Awesome. I don't blame you.
You know, I used
They're
to
very
wonder.
restrictive.
So Logan, we call him naked.
Oh, hey,
boy for a
Jan.
reason. Clothes come off like quickly, and when he was in elementary school, I was trying to figure out how the underwear was outside, but the pants were inside. Could never figure that one out. How he got the underwear off before he did the pants.
I can't think of any ideas either.
I'd literally go like near where the bus would drop him off, and I'd find his little Spider-Man underwear. I'm like, okay.
Yep. My girls too. It's like, whatever. My girls, funny story. My oldest, she was best friends with the neighbor kids. It's her age. They were boys. She's the only girl. And she come home one day and goes, Mama, I want that thing that they have where I can pee on the tree. Let's go to Walmart. We have to get one.
Wait, what?
She
wanted a penis.
A wee.
But Walmart sells everything. So we had to go to Walmart to get a penis. Well, now you can, because they have those little things for camping that you can do that with. Back then,
They
I
got
got
those
do that
things
for her.
on Facebook that you put in between your legs, and it makes it happen.
Oh, Chris, no worries. I can write my name in the snow without that shit.
Eileen, I always bring this up, but weren't you guys at some type of paranormal camping trip and Donald had to go to the bathroom or something? What was that story again?
No, whenever we were filming, I know we had to go to the bathroom, and so us three girls went behind the house to go to the bathroom, and then 5 minutes later, Steve comes out and says, "I am so sorry. I didn't realize y'all been out here that long," and said, "Does anybody need to go to the bathroom?" We're like, "Not now." And let's see, Donald always has to go to the bathroom somewhere. Camping trip was me, David, and Shannon.
So, Nick, Jeremy, you missed that. Eileen, show him your pictures.
Oh,
This was
shoot, I
back.
have to go back through them. So
This
this
was
is my
back-
favorite one. You didn't see that one.
Yeah, Jeremy, put it this way.
Wow.
You're about to see what Eileen looked like when she used to be an angel, as Jill put it.
Let's see, I have to- there we go. Here's one.
Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
Let's see. We're just talking about how our faces. I mean, like my face has changed so
Our
bad.
bodies, our faces, everything. It's awful.
Yeah,
Adrian, you never explained the rest of these.
When it was.
When Eileen's finished, Adrian, you
Those
never explained the rest
yeah.
of those pictures.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, I love that. Who is that with you?
That was my assistant at the time.
Oh,
But yeah, like that was back in the days when I was like a size 2. Okay,
one
get
that
off the
got
big
promoted?
screen.
yeah. Yeah,
So,
so
Adrian, what were-
those pictures were about 10 years ago. And
Yep.
like everybody accused me of being on drugs. I've never been on drugs except the gummies ever. Well, nicotine. But
What you talking about?
illegal drugs, never. So everybody accused me of being on drugs. Even when my kids were little, my daughter would say, Mom, stop cleaning the house like you're fucking tweaking. She said, people think you're tweaking. I'm like, you guys are sick and this house is getting bleached because I ain't getting it. So yeah, what I was saying was I don't want to ever go back to that.
See,
But that
I
third
don't-
picture
uh-huh.
was at the lake with my son. That was about 15 years ago. It wasn't until I hit 40 that I started gaining weight and losing my hair and all kinds of bullshit.
Well, see, now, when I was like a size, I mean, because I was the same size in 6th grade as I was when I was, well, besides having kids, I could still wear the same clothes that I wore in 6th grade
Yep.
back in 2006.
Yep.
And so I had already had 4 kids by then. And
Yep.
it was all of a sudden when I hit, it had a 0 behind it. And it just would not come back off when I got it
Yep.
on, but then I'd lose it. And it took forever to get back on. But everybody thought all the time that I was bulimic.
Yeah. Me too.
And that
Anorexic, bulimic, something.
I was just very active. I was in softball. I was in soccer. I was cheerleading. I was gymnastics. I was everything but basketball.
Yeah, I was never in any sports, but I would not want to go back to looking like that. I can say that.
Now
I
my
don't want to look
calves, my
like
calves always look good.
mine still do, but damn, no, that's the only part of me that's okay. Show that.
Oh, yeah,
neck.
my booty's looking good now that I've got the weight gain. My booty and my boobies. I don't mind that with the weight gain.
Yeah, right. My boobies were a size A. Shit, I don't know.
I was just thinking of that
yeah,
song too.
I
I was thinking of that song too.
Are you talking for some shit? Because showing the pictures.
Oh, the pictures that you sent me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, hold on 1 second, because I had it open on my phone. I got it open on my Facebook. Give me a second here.
Why he's doing that? It's funny that Tom says that. My very first job, I was a flyer girl. The day I got my license, I got the job. We had to put flyers on people's cars. This is back right when alarms started getting put on people's cars, and you had to touch the stuff real carefully to put the flyers on. I was 15, 14, whatever. And the one requirement was we had to wear Daisy Dukes.
Really?
What the hell is that? What the hell is that?
Shorts that show your ass cheek a little bit. Look up Daisy Duke.
I don't know if I want to.
No.
It was a TV
No,
show.
it was a TV show.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Has her TV
Back
show.
then, they could make us wear stuff like that. Now it'd be like illegal, but
It's like
Yeah,
a no.
It would be illegal to say, yes, you have to wear that. Absolutely, it would.
Well, if that was illegal, then Hooters probably wouldn't be in business right now.
well, what I'm
That,
saying
I
is
don't know how that's happening, actually.
to make you wear that, it would be to make you do it. Let me see.
Now guys are wearing Daisy Dukes.
Yeah,
I saw
Don't
one
comment
in
on
front of my
that.
house the other day, and I'm like, yep.
all right. I got the pictures ready. You guys ready? Here we go.
See that?
You
to me,
don't even
that
look
looks
like
awful.
you're.
No, I don't
No,
like
you-
that. That looks awful.
You do look much better with
That
the
was
filler in your face.
Yeah, that I hated that. That looked awful.
Okay. Next one here.
And see, that was even worse. That is not okay. But that's the way I was all my life. I had a fast
No, I mean it's not like it's bad or anything. It's just you do look healthier with
Yeah.
filler.
All right, now here's the third one.
It was the 70s, and no, it was not. Yeah, that's my son who is now 24.
70s.
Now, looking at the whole
It's like a
picture,
news reporter.
it all does fit.
Yeah.
You know, but when you're just looking at your face, you do look. I mean, no offense, you do
No, it
look
looks bad.
a little sicker. But when you see the whole image, though, it flows.
Yeah, it was bad. It was constant. Hey, are you on drugs?
It
Sure.
actually kind of makes me think of Celine Dion when I look at that picture.
Yes, I do see that. Yes.
Yeah, we were just out at the lake hanging out. But, you know, I don't want to go back to that. That's not something I would ever want to do.
I think I'd be comfortable if I just went because I mean I've kind of gotten a little big. If y'all haven't noticed, looking at Jeremy's reel, but
News
The-
reporter?
Yeah, that's what Tom said. Yeah.
I think I would go. I think I'd be comfortable going back between a 6 and an 8.
Yeah.
I don't want to get back
I
down to a
agree.
0.
I
Speaking of
don't think I
Celine
was
Dion-
ever there.
Speaking of Celine Dion, I noticed this yesterday. There has been a meme going around about her. Nothing bad, nothing about her health, nothing controversial. It's actually quite funny. When you look at her name and only look at the vowels in her name, it
Yeah.
goes E-I-E-I-O.
Right. I've seen that too. Said Lisa Bowles in her name. Yep. I have seen that. That is cute.
She's been around for more than 30 years, and somebody just now noticed that.
I never even until now.
Yeah.
We have
know,
too
it's one
much
of those
time on our
things-
hands these days.
You were how old when you learned XYZ? And my husband told me the other day, he goes,
Yeah, you do, Josh.
why don't you snap your zipper snap your zipper closed? I'm like, what are you talking about? Snap my zipper closed. He said, look at the bottom of your zipper, and it's got a little niche in it, and it fits in between the teeth of the zipper. I said, I was X amount of years old when I learned that. Who's got jeans on?
I didn't know that.
I don't.
Not me.
Anybody got jeans on?
Wearing
Just-
sweat.
last
I'm
time-
wearing sweatpants.
It's got at the bottom of your zipper, it's got a little notch that fits perfectly in your the teeth of your zipper.
Well, I used to work in a warehouse, and we had to wear jeans, and I don't remember that, to be honest. That it does that.
I never knew that.
Huh? Who would have known?
Oh wow. Did he send that video
Did-
to you?
did- he said he was going to send it to you, but I was about to send it, but he said he was going to send it. So you still haven't gotten it?
Hey,
Oh,
we gotta
I
bring
got it.
Chris on.
All right, hold on. I'm going to send it to you now. I got the link.
No, I got it. I
Oh,
got
you did
it.
got it. Okay.
Play it.
We gotta bring Chris on.
Okay.
Read his comment.
While you guys are doing that, I am going to go ahead and take her back.
Hi, Angelina.
Good seeing you, Angelia.
Say bye.
Sweetheart.
Hey, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She's looking at all my gadgets over there.
Things you don't get to play with.
I don't get to play with it any. I was playing with that stuff for a while, and then it got to be where it's just once a month, and now I haven't done anything with it in 2 months. I just haven't had time. But I'm gonna go ahead and take her back, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right.
You need to say bye-bye. Hey, say bye.
Bye-bye,
Bye,
sweetheart.
baby.
Say bye.
Hi, Angelia. Wait, I got the video ready. So here we go.
right.
All right. Well, we'll definitely hopefully you guys are able to hear the sound, because I've had issues with showing videos with sound in them.
Oh,
All right,
sound is
here we go.
there. We can see when the scare happens. It doesn't show the time, does it? We were tired. We were exhausted. Nick's still laughing.
Oh, that's just classic.
You were still laughing there at the end of it.
I still wait a minute. What? Excuses? What the hell are you talking about, Chris?
Oh, because I said it was late at night. We were exhausted.
Oh, that's right.
I was trying to get y'all to come on to do the last thing we were doing before we went to bed. Come on,
I
y'all.
really wanted to
Go.
get out there. I really wanted to get out there to be there, but I was stuck on this show, being scared like half a dozen times.
That's a good thing the bathroom was right there down the hall.
Well, I didn't have to worry about using the bathroom after.
All right.
Hey guys, y'all got me for about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna have to get back to doing some work.
All right. I'm going to grab water while you're still here. Oh, God.
Maybe I don't
Ouch.
want you to be here.
I was actually about to go grab water myself, but it looks like that's going to have to wait because somebody's got to keep an eye on you.
I mean,
What was said? Couldn't hear the video.
yeah, we couldn't hear the sound.
You guys didn't hear it either? You guys couldn't hear it?
That's what we're, yeah, no.
See, this is what I hate about StreamYard is that you share your screen and it says that it's going to share the audio, but it won't. I don't know. StreamYard's been acting really weird lately. Chris said he'll be here all night. Same with Josh. Oh, man. You know,
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day.
I was gonna, you know what? I was just thinking when you guys mentioned about me, wish that there was a picture or video of me being somehow left in the basement of the Masonic Temple. I'm really surprised there's no video out there that we don't know about that somebody had to have shot at.
Right.
Like, where the hell is that video? Damn it!
What video?
We were just talking about how nobody has the video of him getting left in the sub basement.
In the Masonic Temple.
Did you
I'm
guys
surprised
see,
no one has video of me stealing your cup.
did you guys see that one of the ladies? Oh, I think there is. Well, there's pictures anyway.
Is
Did
there?
you guys see that Jennifer is leaving the temple?
No.
Seriously?
I saw that Jennifer Kuntz is leaving the temple. She was asking
wow.
for people to come help pack. I don't
Why
know
is
what
she-
happened.
Yeah,
It
that's all.
looks pretty. Looks like there's some animosity there.
Oh boy. I was about to say, why is she leaving? But that doesn't sound good.
She didn't say. People were asking and she never did say. She just said, now there's more time for my food truck and my family. But it didn't sound good in some of the other posts.
I'm right here, but I'm getting up. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
that's
not sure what happened. It doesn't sound good, but sounds like maybe the temple's not something we're going to be able to do anymore.
that really sucks because I was looking forward to going back there at some point with you guys.
Well, Jennifer was my contact there, and
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, which I do know the other two as well, but I'll have to see if the lady running it is still there.
So two good people leaving great places. That's so
Yeah.
true.
I did see. I did.
I'll be
see
right back
his
myself
post
now.
where he made it- okay. He made another Facebook, and I saw that. I guess he's gone now. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to him. Tomorrow is my only day off, or my first day off. So I will reach out to him and see what's going on. But yeah, I did see that. As long as he's not there, I'm not going back there. We will find other places.
I'm gonna
I
get
posted
back
a
to
thing-
investigating. I haven't investigated in I can't remember when. I mean,
haven't
like I said,
either.
I had to turn
Yeah,
one
Dennis.
down this weekend.
I have not investigated. I will take residentials, but as far as actually going places, and I'm going to say this, I don't care who says what. I've seen all this bunch of bullshit here on Facebook recently about, well, why are all these people going to pay to play places and all this bullshit? Look, because we're keeping these buildings open. That's why. Now,
There is a difference between paying a reasonable amount
right.
versus paying an outrageous amount just because you've been featured places.
Right.
Yeah.
I am so sick of seeing. Yeah, honestly,
if one
I'm
team
sick
can
of
pay
seeing
your
all the
mortgage,
different-
that's different.
Right. I am so sick of seeing people with bashing other people's opinions, their way of doing things, their whatever. Just shut the hell up. Do your own thing. If you don't like it, keep scrolling. Just shut up.
Yeah.
That's
No,
where I'm
I
at with
can't
all
even
of it.
tell you. People all the time tell me, did you see on Facebook? Did you see? I might post on Facebook once in a blue moon, but I mean, well, of course, life has been crazy, but I don't get on Facebook that much anymore.
I do, and if I don't like something, I scroll on, move on.
That's exactly what I do.
I mean, and I'm sorry for any of the viewers. All y'all know, one of my very dear friends is Stormy.
Mhm.
When her documentary came out, I said, this may not be for everyone. If you don't have anything good to say, keep scrolling.
But it was awesome. I watched it. I loved it. It was awesome.
I haven't seen it, although funny enough.
Honestly, I'm going to say this. I don't know her like she knows her.
Yeah.
That's, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is she did an amazing job with, number one, opening her soul and showing her true self.
And
number one.
Actually, that's what's so sad is that A is her, but B should not have to be her.
No, it shouldn't have. Now, okay, I understand. We have, not all of us. I'm not going to say that because Eileen's not part of that, but most of us have ruined a fucking marriage or married the wrong person and fucked that all up. She had to put that out there. If I had to put that out there,
and you
I would have to say, if I had to put that out there, I would also have to admit my fault in it, because absolutely I had my fault in it. And she had to do that. She also never said one time, not one time. And we're not getting political here. This has nothing to do with
nothing to do with politics whatsoever. No.
Oh, she never said one time, I had nothing to do with it. It was all somebody else. She never did that. Not one time. She bared her soul and told the truth.
Look, and like I said, I mean, I know a lot about her, and that it actually made me cry watching it, because if you truly know her, she will give you the shirt off her back.
Right.
And not in a funny way. But I mean, she'll open their doors to you. When it was so sad watching when the hurricane hit down in the New Orleans area, she had no power. And she literally was pulling food out of her own fridge. She was calling people from Texas to bring generators. She was going places, cooking her food for others to eat.
She was using herself, her name.
And I mean, and yes, she does use her fame a lot, but for this, in this instance, for a positive way.
You're right.
And if you saw some of the Facebook posts that was going out, we don't need your type of help. We don't. When people were literally suffering, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, who are we talking about here?
Stormy.
We were talking about how people can't scroll past things they don't like. And I had posted something on Facebook when Stormy's documentary came out. And, and people were just I will say that. It was only like 2 people that posted. And of course, I blocked them. I don't care if I know you or not. I mean, if you're going to bash my friend on my social media page, when I specifically say if you don't like it, because I know it can be controversial, you don't know her, you have no judgment. You know what you're fed to know. And none of us are perfect. And, but you don't, if you don't know someone, you can't judge someone. And even if you do know them, you still don't really know people. People that you may know, you don't know what they're suffering inside.
You really don't. And you know what? If it's not helping you or hurting you, shut the fuck up. That's where I'm at in my life. If it's not helping you, it's not hurting you, shut the fuck up. And I posted this today, and I'm at the point I don't care who gets upset. I really don't.
I'm getting there too. And that's not me.
Right, me too. But this is the way the world has turned us. And, if if you have a problem with something, if you can't just move on, my path to the afterlife is not going through your front yard.
It is
And-
going through mine. What are you talking about?
And
I'm heaven, baby.
you know, you're I don't need your approval. That's where I'm at with it. And I don't care who you are. That's just the way it is. I'm over it. Oh, and by the way, guys, just as a sidebar, today is Denny's birthday.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
happy birthday! If he has.
So Denny and I are working on something pretty cool. I've been doing Akashic Records here recently. We're working on kind of a new theory, which is going to be very controversial as well, and that's perfectly fine. People can take it or leave it. It's fine. We all have our own paths, and I think all of our paths lead the same place. That's perfectly fine. Unless you're a murderer, you're a rapist, you're a child molester, I think they all lead the same place. But so we're working on something that is going to be very controversial because it's on reincarnation. And by reading Akashic Records, I have found something on reincarnation that just might, and being a medium as well, just might be something we hadn't thought of. So that's going to be a whole nother era.
Are you still watching us,
Who?
Tom?
Oh, little shit sent me a video that was
Adrian,
pretty hilarious.
I was
The
going through
birthday
some
video?
photos. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was just asking the birthday video.
What birthday video?
I got it. And I
yeah,
haven't looked
yeah.
at it.
He said that, yep.
Wait, what birthday video?
Hilarious. And that's exactly what I saw walking in my front yard.
So Adrian, I was trying to put my pictures up. I scrolled through it. Here's a look you hadn't seen. Here's my cowgirl look.
Oh, I love
Wow.
it.
Look at the legs.
I got married in something like that. I love it. Chris, have a large.
What is he? A large what?
I
What
said
did we
I'm
want?
a medium. Shut the fuck up, dude.
All right, guys, I'm fixing to get back to doing some work. I love y'all. I had to jump on for the 100th episode. I couldn't miss it.
Well, have
So-
fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy working.
Just before I gotta show what Chris just said.
Well, I'm watching the video that Tom sent me of the little birthday thing.
It's funny.
I haven't opened it yet. I got it. I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna look,
Happening. It's really happening right now. It's scary.
I'm gonna look at it right now. See what he's talking. Everybody's
I
talking
saw
about.
that
Jeremy,
on my
if you-
sidewalk.
If you have not watched it yet, watch Stormy on Peacock.
Yes.
Oh, the documentary.
Yes.
Mhm.
I just haven't had. I want to watch it, but I just hadn't had time.
Now you really should. It also shows, which we're not a political show. I'm not going there.
Nope.
It
This has nothing to do with politics.
shows the things that are actually happening in this world, and
Yeah.
it's scary.
Uh,
And it's been happening, and nobody knew.
Uh, Tell me
Scary.
about it. I get nervous every day and it aggravates me too, because I always tell you guys all the time. My dad, he always spends every day watching CNN every day, and funny enough, I'm not going to go into this either, but Stormy Daniels was just on CNN a few days ago.
Was she actually on, or was it
Well,
where
not
they
actually.
talked about her throwing?
They were on.
Yeah. Well, no, they weren't actually interviewing her. It was like footage of her, that kind of thing. They were
where
talking
they
about her.
threw the papers at her feet. She didn't even know they did.
I don't know if they did that. Because I wasn't really paying much attention to it, but my dad said something along like something I don't remember exactly what it was that he said, but he said something though. I just can't remember exactly what it was.
All we can do is hope that people can open their eyes and just see the truth. I'm not saying what the truth is. I'm saying let's pay attention. That's all I'm going to say about it. Let's pay attention.
Yeah.
If you know, if you're a Christian, okay, great. Let's pay attention to Christian values. And does what we're voting for align with Christian values?
Yeah.
And you know, do Christians threaten each other? I don't know. Not in my world, but everybody's
me,
living in a
even
different
me and
world.
her don't even talk. Me and her don't even talk politics. It's strictly a
And
totally
that's the way
different scenario.
that's the way it should be, because she's been through enough.
Yeah.
It is time for her to live her life the way she wants to. She has been through enough.
Oh, and she is so in love. She got married a few years ago, and yes, moved from New Orleans. Madly in love. He treats her like a princess. I mean,
And that's what she needs to be treated like.
and her ex are real good friends. Her daughter is one of the sweetest, most intelligent kids, especially her
How old
age.
is that baby now?
What is she? 12, 13, 14,
Oh, I was thinking she was older. Shit.
14. I don't know. I have to go back and think. 14.
But you know what? Who gives a shit about your past? That was yesterday. Do you dwell on yesterday? Probably not. Let's not.
I don't know.
That's not what
I
this
met
is about.
you. I still dwell on that.
And
You
I
know,
disagree on politics, religion, etc. We can discuss and move on like it didn't happen.
that's
I don't even
the-
discuss it because people can't move on.
Yeah.
I
I
can discuss it with people, but when they want to start, you're wrong, I'm right, instead of having a debate, I'm done. And let's have a debate, and let me look at your facts, and you can look at mine, and we can have a
See,
debate.
I don't discuss it, period, because because the way I look at things is, yes, I had someone tell me that I didn't, things I had supported for years, they told me I didn't support it because, and this was years ago, because who I was looking at voting for.
Mhm.
They said I didn't support it. I said, I do support it. And they're like, no, you don't, because that's what you're doing this. I said, no, but this person affects my household.
Right.
They might not, this person over here might help what I agree with, but I'm looking at my household.
Yep.
I've
Right.
got military kids.
And that's all we can
I've
do.
got,
Hey, Robert.
I am very pro military, and not just because I was raised by military, but I've got a military kid.
Yeah.
So
Right.
military is a massive deal from my household.
Right. And to me, it's like Dad is military. Different things. And I'm not going to, thank you. I'm not going to listen to somebody who downs the military. I'm just not going to do it, because they were out there giving their lives, and I refuse to listen to it. I didn't give my life, so I'm not going to talk shit. And I'm not going to listen to anybody else who does either. I'm just not.
But I also have to deal with, because again, Vietnam, they didn't really,
Yep.
there was really no thing as PTSD back then. You just dealt
Right.
with it. And
Yeah.
being a child, like most of us probably are, of a Vietnam veteran, you suffer the consequences as the child
Mhm.
from that. I mean, of course, I've had to hear all my dad's cool stories, but I've also had to hear some of his horror stories, and there's stories he just can't tell me because,
Right.
not because he's sworn to secrecy on them, but because he physically can't tell me. Like you were talking about the Vietnam Wall.
It's that bad.
His best friend, they were getting fired at. He was at Air Force. They were getting fired at. it got his best friend's plane, and he watched his best friend's plane catch fire and go down.
Right.
Jeez.
And he cannot find his best. I mean, he will not find his best friend's name on the wall. He will not do it.
Right.
I mean,
And-
all
and
these
they
years
all
later.
have that. I didn't have that luxury, which I do believe that's a privilege to have a parent that had that. That's my parents were immigrants, my adopted parents. My real parents were not. They come and adopted me. They come from Bulgaria, came here, adopted me. But in Bulgaria, it was at that time the Iron Curtain was there. And it was a whole different story. And they had to be military. There was no choice. You had to be military. You had to serve, I don't know how many years. I'm not even going to try to lie about it. I don't know how many years you had to serve, but you had to serve. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you're a male, you did it. My dad was a veterinarian, so he had to put animals down.
Oh, jeez.
He had to go house to house and put their animals down. That story to me stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
Just like any story of humans stuck with people that, Vietnam.
My
Do you
dad
know?
got this discharge right before they declared war in Vietnam.
Hmm.
I will say I did not know this, but I'm wondering how many people did. Did anybody know that there was another? I don't know if it was a war or a conflict, so I'm gonna say conflict on it. In the Dominican, the same time there was the Vietnam. Now that's a war. Vietnam War was going on.
I haven't heard of it.
No, I haven't heard of that
There
before.
was something in Dominican, and we found that out because my father-in-law, we were trying to get him some VA benefits for being in Vietnam because we knew he was in battle. Like his submarine, he's a ship submarine. I can't remember. I think it was on a ship. Had missiles launched at it and all that. So we were trying to see what benefits were for him because he never used them. Because he just said, there's other people who need it. I've got great benefits. I'll just use my work benefits. And when he got down, we were trying to get him. We pulled his records. I had some friends of mine that worked to try to help do this. We pulled his records. He was was it the War on the Dominican? I forgot what it was called, but he was actually in the Dominican fighting, not Vietnam.
Well, I'm looking right now. I found something called the Dominican Civil War.
I've heard of
Was
that.
around the same time as
April 65 to September 65.
that?
So it only
might be.
lasted for a few months.
Yeah.
But I did not know that was ever there. No one's ever talked about it.
Not that obviously I have any family members. That's somewhere also the case. Like with the, I mean, I know it's kind of well known. It's kind of similar to the Spanish Civil War that occurred literally right before World War II. You know, happened from 1936 to 39, and literally it was ending right as World War II was beginning. They actually called the Spanish Civil War the dress rehearsal for World War II.
Actually, wasn't World War II started before 1939? I thought it was.
Well, Nazi Germany started in 1933, but the actual war itself didn't start until 39.
Okay. Yeah, I have heard of the Spanish Civil War, but I've never heard of the Dominican Civil War.
Well, I'm about to say, I don't think for some reason, I don't think it was anything to do with the Cuban. I think it was something to do with more on the political side. Let me see. I'm going to mute and see if Michael remembers. Hold on.
It says here it started when civilian and military supporters of the overthrown democratically elected President Juan Bosch ousted the military-installed President Donald Reed Cabral from office.
Yeah, that kind of sounds more familiar.
The second coup prompted General Elias Wesson E. Wesson to organize elements of the military loyal to dictator Reed Cabral, initiating an armed campaign against the constitutionalist rebels.
Yeah, but you never hear about that. Are you? I mean, and I was
No.
glad when Vietnam became a war, got classified as a war, not just a conflict. So I was extremely happy when I saw that when that happened.
Joshua, the Cuban Missile Crisis, I want to say that was during the time of Kennedy. So that would have been a couple of years before the Dominican Civil War. If
Oh, I know we're about to go through it again.
Yeah, I'm really, I feel like that's getting close, unfortunately, this whole thing
Mhm.
about World War III.
All right, guys. I know I stirred up I stirred the pot, but I did my job stirring the pot. I'm just gonna go ahead and get off. I love y'all. Thanks for
We
not
love
kicking
you.
me off
Have a
the
good
show
night.
yet.
Yep.
Thanks for not kicking me off the show yet.
All right, everybody. So please say goodbye to our guest for this week.
I was a special
Have a good night,
guest.
everyone.
The one with the black strings that's holding her all together.
Here you go. Here's the whole chart. Ready? There you go.
Looks like your dog wants to say goodbye too before you get off.
Up there, bear. Hold on.
Let's
Yep.
Say
hold on,
hey.
let me get him
Hey.
all the way out.
Oh, look at that cute face. So innocent.
He's not want to cooperate.
Oh, he's so sweet.
Eileen, real quick before you go, do you
Yes.
have more than a walk path through the house now?
No.
No.
Well, the guy who's supposed to be working on our tub, I'm getting a new tub surround. He's having surgery. He fell off of the
Jen.
third floor ladder. Hey, baby. And so he's got us delayed. I have, because of work, I've emptied probably about 5 boxes this week. But remember, I moved from a full attic, 5-bedroom plus house, and moved into a 3-bedroom. That's my baby girl right there. Stop it, Bear. He's chewing the carpet or the rug. Stop it. He's in a chew stage all of a sudden.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Stop it. All right. I love y'all. Mwah. Jen, sorry. I'm getting off now. Love you.
All right. Hopefully we'll have you back next week.
I will try to at least make 20 minutes to an hour if I'm working. I will try my best.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
bye.
Agent,
Okay.
I did not notice that until you said something.
What?
There's true.
Oh,
Yeah. I did
Chris.
not notice that until you said it.
women notice boobs. We notice boobs. Chris. Okay, what? Let me scroll back up.
Are you
Have you
looking
heard
for?
of the missing?
Yeah,
Yes,
near Hugoton.
I have Hugoton, Kansas. Yes, and there was some updates on it. My daughter lives not far from there, and one of my friends from school has been posting the updates on it. I really don't know what's going on in that area because that was such a safe place. I really don't know.
Now, who are these? Now, what exactly? Who are these 2 women?
They're just missing. Like they come up missing.
Isn't Hugoton
And-
kind of a? Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's tiny.
I was going to say, isn't Hugoton a relatively? Because not to go into subject, I was just literally watching a storm chasing video from that occurred 30 years ago, where they were chasing tornadoes through Texas, Oklahoma, the Texas-Oklahoma panhandles, and into southwest Kansas. And one of the towns they mentioned was right next to Hugoton, and it looked like there was nothing. I mean, it was like extremely rural in that area. So that's why I asked, isn't Hugoton a really small town?
I'm from Western Kansas. It is tiny. I mean, there's not a lot going on there.
Blink and you miss it.
No, oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're like in the middle of nowhere at that point, true nowhere.
It's actually kind of sounding similar to the case that we had of the 2 missing girls in Delphi.
Yeah.
They caught the 4 who murdered those women, according to what Josh said.
They did. And that's what I was looking at. When I was in Garden City, there was a murder which had never happened. Garden City now is like 10 times the size it was. But where Zach and I grew up, there was a little convenience store and somebody came in and murdered the lady, which we all knew the family or the woman, or, you know, we were all connected. And, you know, that's something we never forgot. And this is just the next big thing since that.
Hugoton, there's like 6,000 to 7,000 people there now. I mean, how is there so many people if it's such a really small farming town?
It's not really that.
7,000 people. That's
That's not much.
Okay. 2 ladies were from his area.
Okay. Yeah, this was a mess. If you ever watch the show In Cold Blood,
I've seen it a few times.
I haven't.
I mean, like, it's really old, but that house is what we used to sneak into as teenagers to see if we could make it through the night, sneaking in there. The Clutter House. That's just what we did. Between owners. I was able to see the blood on the wall still.
Oh,
All kinds of things. I was not into paranormal at that point. I didn't think ghosts exist at that point. But, and of course, we never made it through the night because we were teenagers and we were tired. But it's now a museum because people kept breaking in.
Chris says there's actually 3,700 in the town of Hugoton.
Okay.
that's smaller still. That's
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's not much of anything. Holcomb, Kansas, I don't know if it's grown much. I have not been back there. I've been to Lakin and Garden. I have not been back to Holcomb. There wasn't much there. As a matter of fact, my boyfriend and I, when I was 15, got stuck on railroad tracks in a Camaro in the snow.
Oh, wow.
He left me in the Camaro while he walked home to go get chains in another vehicle. We didn't even worry about a train coming through. It was just that it's dead. Those towns are dead. They're not now. Garden City is absolutely crazy at this point. The Twombly's.
See, he keeps saying Twombly's.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, Chris?
Yeah, what is? I've never heard of that term.
It's a family.
Okay.
It's a married couple, I believe, right?
See, it makes me wonder, like, now hearing about Hugoton, you know, what it is today, it actually makes me wonder about it actually. Okay, yeah, they belong to a religious group called God's Misfits. Okay. See, I was going to say, it actually makes me wonder how the other towns that I've heard from, again, this video that I was watching, what the other towns have been like since then. Because, like I said, they didn't just mention Hugoton. They also mentioned, like, when I was watching the storm, when they were in Oklahoma, they were talking of 2 towns, towns of Hooker and Guyman in Oklahoma. And then the last town that they brought up was after the supposed tornado that fortunately missed the town of Hugoton. The last town they mentioned was Moscow, Kansas. So it makes me wonder how those towns have been, you know, over 30 years after that video was shot. Because he said Hugoton's kind of changed a bit, so it makes me wonder about the other towns.
Oh, it's all changed, but there's one town in Oklahoma that I want to go back to. And it's close to Cement, and I'm not sure if it's not actually Cement. But my daughters were raised there. And there was some kind of I don't remember if it was a mining issue. But anyway, the ground was all contaminated. People had to leave. And when they left, it's like a lot of these mining towns, they left their vehicles, everything in the houses, just left. Now, I've had a few people that I know go back into that town, and they were met with military immediately. And not from the ground, it was from the air. It was military Blackhawks.
Pitcher, Oklahoma? Is that what you're thinking of?
Thank you, Sean.
Well, that's where that was where that major tornado struck that town back in 2008, and that, like,
Oh yeah,
It caused like half
Yeah,
of the
but
town's
that's
population to
nothing.
leave.
yeah. And well, no, this was contamination. This
Okay.
was dirt contamination. My daughter used to live there, and
Pitcher?
with her grandma, and this was, of course, I'm saying it's not that long ago because my daughter's just 31, but it was that long ago. And they had, oh my gosh, people have went back just to go check it out without permission, just going in there. Now, mind you, when you go in there, you're going at your own risk. Touching things, it could go through your skin. Breathing it, you're on your own. But I knew one person that went in, and if their account was correct, I don't know. They said that there was 2 black, almost like you see in Trump's trial right now, the black SUVs that come, the Secret Service that are sitting there. Those are there. And then all of a sudden, a helicopter came down and told them they couldn't be there. Why are they watching that? I don't know. But everybody left everything just like it was. There's things still in the house. There's food still in the house. I know there's some towns here in Colorado that are the same way. There are mining towns that are just left. There's places all over that way.
And left in a hurry, it sounds like.
What is it?
And left in a hurry, it sounds like.
Yeah. Or they just couldn't take much with them. I really don't know what the whole deal was. My daughter was there probably 3 years prior to it happening. And Pitcher, I do know that they had the tornado that leveled the whole town. I don't believe this was it, simply because there is all the buildings still standing.
Well, I just looked up Pitcher. I mean, most of the town buildings have been demolished. However, there are still some building but they decided to save the historic buildings, like the oldest buildings in Pitcher. But the rest of the town has been completely demolished. I mean, it's literally a ghost town now.
Yeah, it's in Ottawa County.
Yep, it's literally like northeastern Oklahoma.
Which is, I grew up, after I left Kansas, was in northeastern Oklahoma in Veneta.
Okay, here's what I'm reading here. In April of 2009, residents voted 55-6 to dissolve the Pitcher Carden School District. The city's post office was scheduled to close in July of 2009. Starting in January 2011, almost all remaining commercial structures were scheduled to be demolished. The city of Pitcher,
Municipalities?
yes, thank you. A Pitcher was officially dissolved November 26, 2013.
Yep, it is Pitcher. It's the most toxic ghost town.
Yeah.
It is. And the tornado had part of spreading that toxic waste in some, I mean, not all of it, but some of it throughout portions of Pitcher. Sounds like Helltown, that Nick and I. But yeah, well, the difference is, Tom, is that there's no toxic waste involved. Helltown is in Ohio.
Yeah, this was, and I do plan on going there, but I plan on going there after I contact whoever is in charge of that right now, whether it's a state, whether it's the county, I don't know, but I'm going to find out before I go, because I don't want the military coming down on me.
What's actually funny, I mean, I just looked up more about, representation in media, is that Pitcher was even featured on the History Channel series Life After People.
Yes, it was. I do remember that.
Yeah,
and my daughter called me and she was like, Mom, that was our house.
I'm looking at the historical population. In 1920, there were 9,600 people.
Yeah.
1950, there were 3,900 people. 1980, 2,100 people. 2000, 1,600 people. 2010, 20. And then estimated 2019, 0.
Yep.
So in 100 years, it dropped almost 10,000.
Wow.
Yeah, my daughter went to school there.
I got a picture actually of what Pitcher looks like. This was taken last year in August of 2023. This is what part of the town looks like from US Route 69,
Well,
looking south.
Route 66 is
That's
right over the
few
other
months
side.
ago.
Yep.
What's that, Jeremy?
That was just a few months ago.
Yeah, it probably was during that time when we were in Colorado. It just says August of 2023. It doesn't say the actual date.
Yeah. Well, pretty damn close.
Yep.
Hey, you only got 2 tabs up.
Yeah, it just says. Oh wait. Actually, no, I did. Oh, wait a second. No, okay. Okay, I did find the date. Okay, it was later in the month. Because if you scroll down, it'll show more details of the picture. It was taken on August 25th. So okay, so that was after our trip. What the hell? What the hell, Nick? 2 tabs? Chris, you guys came to Colorado. Don't fool us. Now, Josh is also saying when that seeps into groundwater, there's no life. Is that the toxic waste he's talking about, or?
Well, according to this, the Pitcher area became the most productive lead zinc mining field in the tri-state district, producing over $20 billion worth of ore between 1917 and 1947, which would explain that drastic drop from 1920 to 1950 of 9,600 to 3,900. That's 6,000 people.
Yeah.
That's more than half of the town that has left, and that would make perfect sense. Mining town, it started to run dry, so people left.
Right.
It is very much like the silver and gold mines in not Colorado, Nevada, California,
Yep.
possibly Utah. I don't know. So that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just sad to see like a town like that just basically disappear, like to the point where it's completely abandoned and completely forgotten.
Well, if these guys is what they were doing was mining, that was their livelihood. So if there's nothing left to mine, they have no reason to be there anymore. They had to move on and go look somewhere else.
Yeah, because I was going to say Pitcher, as we said, was a mining town, so a lot of times, that was basically the main job that you had in that town.
Yeah.
So Josh here says,
Nuclear was going on further west, but they're still
paying the price in Nevada. Oh,
so the smallest town I ever lived in was Mount Eden, Kentucky, 727 people.
Oh, wow.
And we actually rode our horses everywhere we went.
Chris, that town that you're talking about that's constantly on fire, the mines are, that's Centralia, Pennsylvania.
Adrian,
that's crazy.
That one.
Yeah, it's the coal fires that are still burning. They're expected to burn for like another 260 years, I think it is.
I saw that on TV. They're monitoring that.
There was another. Sorry, Jeremy, go ahead.
I was going to say, Adrian, I actually got you beat on that in the smallest town you've ever lived in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I lived in a place called Kennard, which is just west of Newcastle here in Indiana.
Kennard.
and the population in the year that I was there, 1990, was 382.
Did anybody ride horses places?
Not that I remember.
Oh, you guys weren't redneck enough.
Jeremy, I actually
My name is not Foxworthy.
Neither's mine, but I enjoyed the hell out of it. I could train my horse in my yard. I lived at an old farmhouse that was over 150 years old, and it flooded twice. Like, it had cedar no, it wasn't cedar, it was poplar for the foundation, and then it was all rock around it. We actually tore down part of the wall and found old newspaper in there and a letter to somebody who'd gotten pregnant by somebody else's husband. Yeah, it was a whole different story. But anyway, I tried to find the descendants and never could. But the insulation between the walls was mud and horsehair. It was that old. And, it flooded down in our area one time, and I was trying to beat the rain because all 3 of my kids were in school, and the bus couldn't get down there. So I was trying to get to them, and my car couldn't get out because it was going to float away down the river, which people have been killed in that river every year. And I was told, don't do it. So I was walking uphill, and my landlord lived downhill, and I called him. I got up to a neighbor's house, called him, and he went and got my kids from school. But I mean, it was that small of a town, and I could train my horses out there riding my horses in a bikini. Nobody was looking because nobody could see me. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Neighbors were miles away.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you what Kennard looked like.
Kennard, yeah.
Yeah, this is all it is.
It's a pretty small town.
It is just one main road, and then this little dinky road here.
How many square miles how many miles is it lengthwise there?
Half a square mile.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
This right here was the school that I went to. And then
There was a school in that town?
Huh?
There was a school in that town? You were damn lucky.
Yeah, this is the school, but I found out recently that this is now like an elderly center, like an elderly home.
Okay.
I lived right here.
On the edge.
Wow. Right on the edge of town.
Because the house across the street from me at the time was the very last house on that side of the street. This was not here when I lived there. So this here was the last house on that side of the street when I lived there, and I lived right across the street from it because I was best friends with the kid that lived here.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah. So this right here is all just like barbershop. I don't even recall there being a gas station here. But we had a school.
That's
Well,
crazy.
It really is. Well, and what's kind of ironic, Jeremy, is, and not to keep going back to this, I actually was just talking about Kennard on one of my slideshows just recently because Kennard, Indiana, because surprisingly, that was actually one of the towns that was affected by the super outbreak of 1974. There was a tornado that went right through Kennard.
Really?
I got a photograph actually of the tornado itself, which was a rarity of that day. This was when this is when good photograph too, and it's also very ominous looking. This was when here's the tornado right here, and this was looking towards Grant City just after the tornado had left Hancock, and it was on its way to Kennard.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn, that's big.
Oh, it was a good quarter mile, half mile wide. It was an F4 on the scale, and unfortunately did kill one person. Tragically, it was actually a 4-day-old baby that was killed. So this tornado was a killer. and it went right through Kennard. And if I had it, I definitely would show it. But there's even film footage of this tornado, and it actually did display a classic multiple vortex structure. But that one went right through Kennard.
Chris,
Wow.
it's Kennard. They definitely did not make any toys in that small town. There was not enough people to support any kind of a factory.
Yeah, those are the people that can fend for themselves. I was the girl that, there was a deer that somebody had tried to shoot, shot it through the rear end, and it was sitting in the creek trying to cool its rear end off because it shot it right through the anus. And so I had some guy come by. He was a hunter, and he killed it for me. I'm the one that gutted it. That's the way we were in small towns.
I found the footage. Sure, it's just a minute footage, but here's when it went through downtown Kennard. There's no sound, obviously, in this because this was shot on Super 8.
Yeah, well, it's probably best not to have any sound in case we get hit with the copyright thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although, if anything's going to get hit with the copyright thing, it's going to be that music video that I
Look at
And
the
then there
size
was
of
a
it.
car that just went through there.
go again. April 3rd, that's my dad's birthday.
Yeah, this happened during the largest tornado outbreak of that day. It was one of one. Oh, here's downtown Kennard when it was hit. So it was one of 148 tornadoes that struck 13 states and one Canadian province. And Indiana was the worst, had the most tornadoes of the outbreak.
In that,
Yay.
What's that?
Thing that you were doing, Nick, did Bern, Indiana pop up in your research?
Which town?
Bern, Indiana?
No, I didn't see Bern. But, the craziest thing about this outbreak was when this outbreak affected Indiana, there was actually, and I'm not even joking, there were 16 tornadoes that were on the ground simultaneously. And weather forecasters in Indiana, they were so frustrated with all the warnings because, they didn't have the radar we have now. For the first and only time in U.S. history, the entire state of Indiana was put under a tornado warning, a blanket tornado warning. Entire state, even in areas of the state that weren't affected by the outbreak.
I may have the wrong year. There was a tornado that went through Bern. It might be 78.
Chris, that wasn't the. Sorry, Adrian.
Oh, no, I was just I didn't see you posted that, but wow, I don't know. Nick?
What's that?
Is that true?
The comment that Chris is saying?
Yeah.
No, that's actually a different piece of footage, and it's funny enough, it's actually right here next tab. That was it was on the same day, April 3rd, 1974, but that was on the most notorious tornado of the outbreak. That was the one that hit Xenia, Ohio. It was shot by Bruce Boyd, a young 16-year-old high school student. He grabbed his 8mm 1973 home movie camera and filmed as it was coming. And hang on one second here. See the front. I had the footage here just a second ago.
Did he live?
Yeah, he survived. He definitely survived. Although sadly, he's no longer with us today. He passed away about at least 20 years ago, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, he wasn't. But that footage became one of the best pieces of footage of a tornado at that time because that too displayed multiple vortices, and that was actually a piece of footage that Professor Ted Fujita studied because he could easily see the twin suction vortices. And here I'll show this real quick because again, this is also just a minute. Here is the footage from that one. It's hard to believe this was shot by a 16-year-old. So now there is sound in it, but the audio, the sound that was recorded, it's not coming from the camera itself. Somebody had left a recorder on while the tornado was passing. So as a result of this footage and the sound, they combined the two together. So here is this footage. Some of you guys might have seen this footage before in some documentaries because it's been used in a lot of the storm videos and whatnot. Here it is.
Tornado I was talking about, Nick, was 1965.
Oh, that's Palm Sunday then.
Yes.
But yeah, this is the footage that was shot by this kid.
All right, folks, we're at that point where we need to wrap it up. Because I'm gonna play that 5-minute video.
There's another 5-minute video?
The one I showed at the start.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't realize you were going to play it a second time.
Yeah. Do it at the start, do it at the end. That way those that missed it at the start can experience it at the end.
All righty.
Yeah, we need it.
And
Get
it is
that
a
one.
rocket video. Let's put it that way.
It is.
Yeah,
I was rocking out to it.
I was watching Nick down at the bottom of the screen. Nobody could see him, and he was just
Yeah, because the music, it was good music.
yeah. And Adrian, she was laughing when it got to that clip of Zach doing his little dance.
I told him right now he needs to turn it on and watch it so he can see himself.
Yeah, get him up here so that he can watch the whole video because he's featured in
He's
this
on
thing
it now.
quite a bit. He's on it now.
Yep.
Hi, Zach. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been one hell of a ride. 100 episodes, and we still have the same 4 hosts from the beginning, which is saying something.
Yep.
We have been
family. I
part of
mean,
many shows where, yeah, you got a good group, and then all of a sudden somebody leaves, another person leaves, you bring somebody in, and this, that, and the other. This one here is the only one that I know of, except for the Cryptid Paranormal, the other Thursday night show that's on with Goose.
With Goose, yeah. With Goose and
Other ones that I know of
Yeah.
that have their same core, but they only have 3, I think. We got 4.
yeah, we do. And I actually just got to say, because I just realized we never said this one time for the 100th episode. Should have done this too, Jeremy. All the times that we always joked about Gorilla Glue. And you know what? With us still being 4 together, we're stuck together like Gorilla Glue.
that's it.
But it also goes to show the amazing chemistry that the 4 of us have together. It shows. You don't even have to talk about it. It shows on the show. And then we have, of course, the audience.
Yep. Oh, geez, Kate. She just showed up. Unfortunately, we're just about to head out, Kate.
Timing, Kate. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing because we have a special video that we opened that you missed, but we're going to play it again for those that missed out. So may want to stick around and check out.
On it. She's in this video.
Wait,
Yeah.
should have revealed that. I wanted to surprise her.
Well, I gotta come up with something to make it.
Yeah, you're right, Josh. Thank God for the audience.
But that video, it was a lot of fun making it. And then trying to strategically place the different clips in different spots so that you don't get like say Zach, he's in 4 clips, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't count. You're right, Chris. Where would you guys?
He
Where would we
does
be
this
without
great
us?
sexy dance.
Well,
I don't know. I don't see it. I never see this dance.
Chris, I can tell you this: without you, Nick wouldn't have to jump so much.
Wait, what?
You wouldn't have to jump.
Oh!
So anyway, again, thank you guys so much for allowing us to continue doing this show, 100 episodes, and we're going to plan on doing another 100 episodes, which will last us 2 more years.
I was about to say, let's go for the next 100.
Yeah, and this time I'm going to make sure that I cut out clips as we go along, so I'm not trying to.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there he is.
There we go, Zach. Now you can do your little dance when your part comes up. So, all right, ladies and
Like
gentlemen,
Disney.
Myth of Mystery is coming on now, actually. So, again, thank you guys so much for helping us out, including Rose over there.
Ow. Get down.
Thanks so much for playing along. And next week, we don't have anything planned, at least not right
Yeah.
Not right now.
So we'll figure it out. So stay tuned there. And then also in a couple of weeks, I'm bringing back the 13th Dimension.
Thanks for 100 episodes, everyone.
Yes, thank you for 100 episodes, and we will see you all next week.
Good night.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Welcome to the debut edition of Supernatural Talk. half, the first part of the show will air at 8 and stop at 9:29.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry, Jeremy.
I jumped out of my skin.
I thought I had it all the way to that was my it's a new tool I got, guys. It's old-fashioned tape recorder. I thought I had it played, right from the beginning, and somehow I accidentally left it in the middle of it.
So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, tells you anything can happen on a live show.
Yeah.